Hey, fellow book lovers. Until the library is open in person, I'm going to show you how you can read and listen to books online. Let's start at the school homepage. From the Academics tab, choose Library. The app that we use to read and listen to ebooks and audiobooks is called Sora. And to find that link, go down the left-hand navigation bar on the library homepage, and right here's the link to Sora. Now, Sora might figure out that you go to Vernon Hills High School, which is part of Community High School District 128. But if you have to help it, you're going to just search for your school. Once you've chosen your school, you're going to sign in. And sign in is super easy. It just grabs your school Google account. So sign in to Sora. Once you're on Sora, you'll see a lot of featured books. And one of the first one I always like to call people's attention to are the 20 books nominated for the Illinois Teen Choice Award. Always some of our favorites every year. Keep scrolling down, you'll see popular subjects. Here's the books nominated for last year's Illinois Teen Choice Award. These are available books right now. New, you can keep going. So once you've logged in, you can do one thing first. In the top right corner, under the 3-line menu, right now you see only that you're looking at the digital library for our high school. But guess what? Cook Memorial Public Library, which includes the Aspen Drive branch, has graciously allowed you with your student ID to use all their books too. So let's add a library. And I'm just going to search Vernon Hills. You could also search by zip code. And here it finds right here, Cook Memorial Public Library, which includes the Aspen Drive location. So we're going to add that to our library. And now you can click back and forth. You can find books that we have, and you can find books that Cook Memorial Public Library has. And you do not need to have a public library card, nor remember the number, nor worry if you have fines that are waiting. It will just help you anyway. So let's go back and find a book. So I want you to see how you can determine whether a book is an ebook or an audiobook. So let's look at these two titles. Darius the Great is Not Okay. This is the ebook version, and the one with the headphones is the audiobook version. So when you find a book that you like, you can click on it, read more about it. Here's a summary. You can read a sample. If you think maybe later, but not now, you could add it to a list so you don't have to find it again. If you're ready to borrow the book, click Borrow. So every student can have 4 books for up to four weeks. And then at the end of 4 weeks, it just returns the book. So once you get the book, you can either use the space bar to turn the pages, you can use the arrow key, or if you turn your Chromebook into a tablet, you can use your finger and swipe the pages. So once you're in the book, if you need to get back to some of the settings, just click in the middle of the bottom and it brings up the settings. Over here, you can search, you can go right to a certain chapter. If you need to add extra bookmarks, you can do that. Now, Sora always remembers the latest page that you've read to. You never have to bookmark where you're going to start reading again. But maybe you have another reason to put a bookmark in. Perhaps you're reading this book for independent reading, and you know your teacher's going to want you to have a quote or a certain point where the character makes a big change in their life. You can add bookmarks in, kind of like putting a sticky note in a paperback book. You can also change the settings, so change the font, the size, the color, anything like that. So when you can go back and keep reading, to keep turning the pages, or if you're done for the moment, just click again at the middle and the bottom, and you can close the book for now. The other cool thing about Sora is that if you put this free app on a mobile device, like your phone, it syncs across devices. So you could start reading at home on your Chromebook and kind of keep reading maybe when you're in line waiting to pick up Portillo's. If you have an audiobook, you could listen on your Chromebook, or you could keep listening while you're running or exercising with your phone. Once you're back to this page, if you go to your shelf, you'll see the books that you have checked out. And so right here, you also see that Sora has downloaded this book. So if I'm ever in a place where I don't have Wi-Fi, no worries, I can just keep listening or keep reading. This book is due in 27 days. Now, if maybe you check out a book and you're like, yeah, I really didn't enjoy that book, I'm going to go back and pick something else, rather than let your book sit here for 27 days and let nobody else use it, it would be very kind, very VH give of you if you returned the book early. So you can go to this page, and then the third option right here is to return the book. And then it will allow it to be there for anybody else. So just a reminder that Sora lets you read ebooks and audiobooks. You can add a library right over here and add our public library to greatly increase the number of books that you can read and listen to. And I hope you enjoy Sora.